Journal TV lucked into 78-year-old Clifton Forge Mayor Carl Brinkley, whom we've known for 40 years. And Mayor Brinkley has nicely agreed to talk about some of the things that are going on in town, which are very positive lately. Welcome, Mayor.
Thank you very much.
Can you tell us a little bit about the newly negotiated water agreement with Allegheny County? It sounds pretty impressive.
Well, after about 3 or 4 years of negotiations with the county, a lot of stonewalling is going on and the whole 9 yards that goes along with that, we finally have come to an agreement that everyone involved will not receive everything they want, but at least we have an equitable agreement, I think, that will work. Included in that is a flat rate plus a rate that comes into play when more water is used each day than we set the rate at 408,000 gallons per day. Any time that runs over that, then the county pays a higher rate for any additional water use, and this is a daily capitulation of that figure.
And the town apparently has installed some kind of metering software or hardware that allows you to measure more accurately the water usage, which probably is going to save town quite a bit of money over a period of years.
Well, one thing about it, it'll be an accurate measurement. And one thing I want to mention is give credit to John Lanford, who is the new county administrator, for taking a very positive approach to this program. And by doing that, we've been able to go on with the negotiations and avoid any more of the program that we had going on prior to his taking over that administrative job.
Another positive thing that's going on in town is the sale of 2 acres for $25,000 to a Kroger partnership for a fuel station, which is kind of like a subset of the overall development that you're planning for the 13 acres on the east end of town. Could you tell citizens a little bit about what's going on out there, a little bit about the road and what the town is thinking of doing on the 13 acres?
Well, the program that we have going out there is naturally VDOT has seen to it as usual. I hate to pick on VDOT, but the cost of that road costs much, much more than was originally anticipated.
Like double?
Like more than double.
More than double.
Anyway, we plan to put the road in. It cannot come through a residential section. We already have a road into this area off of Chestnut Street, but we can't enter into a business zone from a residential area, so we had to bring the road off of a main road, which was Main Street, which is old Route 60, which runs in front of the Kroger store now. Naturally, there is a considerable amount of excavation and work's got to be done to get that road in to meet the VDOT elevation program. Kroger's has agreed to purchase 2 acres on the east side of this potential road that we will be start installing the 1st of January. They will put in a fueling station there. I don't know exactly how many pumps. Somewhere I've heard a quote of 18 pumps. But anyway, it will be a very nice addition to the town. As an investment, it will be about $1.5 million investment will be made there by Kroger's to put in that.
That's really impressive.
And the other thing is that I'm pleased about, I feel like if Kroger's puts in that fueling station, then we can almost anticipate not having Kroger's move their store from where it's located at the present time, which is very good news for us as far as the tax base in Clifton Forge is concerned.
Now, how about your plans? How about the town's plans for the main section of the 13 acres up on the hill? What kind of development concept are you initially considering?
Well, there's a lot of land up there. What we'd like to do initially is get some investors to put in a strip mall type building complex somewhere in that area, and we would like to try to attract some of our entrepreneurial students out of VPI. They have an entrepreneurial school over there now, Some of these young people, my personal feeling is, do not want to live in a hole in the side of a building in Roanoke. That's where they seem to be pressing very much for. Would like to live out where they can commune more with nature than they are allowed to do in Roanoke if they're living there. We also have the incubator here in town, a business incubator, that is, we allow new entrepreneurs to come in and spend at least a year, and it is fully equipped with all of the most that they could ask for.
Wi-Fi access as well.
Wi-Fi access, well, yes.
Right. We may want to add a note here that road, even as expensive as it's going to be, not purely a town or funds, but it's really being developed as a result of some awesome grant writing by town manager Darlene Burton.
That is accurate, Darlene Burton. Well, the first time they did $5,000 of VDOT money expended in building the bridge in front of the Masonic Theater. They graciously allowed road project, which that is our beginning of the money there. Through her expertise, got a grant for some dollars. I think it's through VRA or one of the.
And then I think the Regional Commission is in there somewhere.
Appalachian Regional Commission is where that money came from. We figured enough money to put the road in until VDOT decided drilling holes in the side of the bank. And,
well, they found some rock.
They found rock. I mean, a problem with that. But anyway, we ended up having to go back and do a lot more work before you could develop the road, and a lot more engineering, naturally. And when we got done, this project's going to run about.
Another one of the things that council's record of development, a meal or restaurant now, you've got to look for a parking space in downtown Clifton Forge now. It's really developing as a result of your ship and some of the business people down. Maybe you could comment on, and that's the soon-to-be destruction of some of the buildings and mess on the CSX property that the town now owns. Can you talk a little bit about time frame there?
Yes, I can. The old C&O shops buildings up there are 6 buildings, and that smokestack that goes up in the air, which has been declared totally unsafe. The buildings are all not salvageable. We have reached the point, we had professional people come in and do an analysis of the condition of those buildings. We feel that it would be more feasible to remove everything that's up there and start from scratch as far as the development of that particular area. And we do have a program going right now, or attempting a program with the C&O Historic, the old turntable, which sits down removed from there and put it on their property down on the east end of the town, next to the old road down there. It costs us around $40,000 to remove from the next, probably, if we can get it moving in a wonderful piece of property, has railroad to agree to run their tracks through it. I think that can be accomplished.
Impressive. And now we come to the most important part of this interview. The mayor has been a golfer all his adult life, and this question goes to that confidence. Can you make a 3-foot downhill putt with a 1-foot break to win a Friday night scramble?
Yes, I can do it, because like everything else, I try to approach it with confidence, and when we do it that way, we have a better opportunity to succeed.